Hey guys, so this is your girl Gigi, and I was going to come on here today and I wanted to talk a little bit about BBLs in the African American community. Now, basically, as a lot of people have noticed and known, is that a lot of African American women have been increasingly dying during these BBL procedures, during some of these mommy makeovers, and a lot of this other plastic surgery procedures at an alarmingly high rate. And I think it's time for us to talk about this because it's really affecting our community, and a lot of our women do not, aren't completely educated and don't understand all of the risks and all of the risk factors that come about. And I don't believe that they understand how serious this is and how much of a life or death situation that this is. So it's just, historically, African American men and women are disproportionately affected by a lot of health conditions and things of that nature. It can be due to multifactorial reasons. It could be lack of education, lack of access, lack of resources, and even systemic racism in the health field or just in general. So it really, I feel like there definitely needs to be a discussion about women getting a lot of these procedures prior and understanding the risk factors and understanding things that can occur. So basically, the first thing I want to talk about is these BBLs. Like, first of all, this is the most dangerous plastic surgery that you can get, period, hands down. It's basically where for our people who need a little bit of an understanding, it's basically where fat is sucked out of, either your love handles, your back, your thighs, and it is pumped into your buttocks, right? So it can give you appear for you to have a smaller belly and or bigger behind. And so this is a major surgery. It's one of the most dangerous plastic surgeries there is. A lot of people do not know that. And what can happen is that a lot of times there can be what we call capillaries, the small blood vessels, that where they can, fat emboli or deposits can basically free flow into the inferior vena cava, which is the largest vein in the body, which brings the blood back to the body or back to the heart, because the superior vena cava, it pushes the blood out of the body or out to the body, and the inferior vena cava brings the blood back. Venous brings the blood back to the heart. The arteries bring it away from the heart. So basically, those fat emboli can get there, and people can, get pulmonary embolisms, complications like that, and they can die. Let's not even talk about, even after surgery, people can die from infections. People can die from hemorrhaging. People can die on the table. So it's very, very, very imperative that a lot of these young African American females understand this. It can also be, a lot of times people can have predisposition, predisposing risk factors that they may not know about. One thing is congestive heart failure, which is basically a lower strength of the heart, the ejection fraction of less than less than 40%. Ejection fraction less than 30 is cardiomyopathy. A lot of times I have seen, multiple women, in their 20s who have cardiomyopathy due to childbirth. Some people may not know this. Some things may get left out. Some people may not know about these conditions. Some people's doctors may have told them that people really don't understand these things. Prior to you getting any kind of surgery, you definitely need to get your heart checked. You need to get a stress test. You need to get ultrasound of the heart so you can see what the strength of your heart is, and also you need to make sure that you don't have any blockages to the heart. Now, a lot of these women getting their surgeries are in their 20s and 30s, so they think, oh, there's nothing wrong with me, this, that, and the other. But a lot of times the women who are getting these surgeries are overweight, are obese, do have diabetes, do have hypertension, which are risk factors for coronary artery disease. So we really don't know a lot of times what's going on. And a lot of these doctors, be it in Miami, be it in Mexico, be it in the Dominican Republic, or wherever else you choose to get these surgeries, they do not ask for a lot of the things that the doctors here in the US and even some Miami, some of these surgery mills, they do not call for the important tests that you need to do to get cleared. They might ask you to do an EKG, and that might be the only thing you have to do, or do some blood work to make sure your iron stores are okay, and then they'll say, okay, we'll do this surgery. But I mean, increased BMI over 35 is already an automatic risk factor, increases your risk for death after these already dangerous surgeries. So we really need to have a town hall discussion meeting, sit people down and really get down and talk to the detail and the meat of how dangerous these surgeries are. You know, you go on and you see all these girls with the big butts and the slim waist and, you know, all this and that on Instagram and social media, and you think that's the way to go, and then you end up getting these surgeries and you get botched, people are dying, girls are getting gangrene, they have body parts falling off, they're getting sick, they're getting septic, and we're just like, well, what, if only we knew, right? Even K. Michelle, you know, she came out with that Lifetime show about all the dangers of this, her struggles, the things that she went through. A lot of these actresses and social media people, Black China and all them, they're getting these implants removed, they're getting these fillers removed, they're trying to reverse some of these procedures because in the long run is dangerous, right? And I don't feel like a lot of women understand the dangers. People are unnecessarily dying in their early 20s and their early 30s because of these procedures, because of this whole thing of they believe that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to look like, this is what is beautiful, this is the aesthetic that we're trying to achieve, this is what men will like. But in reality, honestly and truly, we really need to get to a space where we honestly start loving on ourselves, start becoming comfortable with our bodies, start appreciating what we have, start feeling like we are beautiful, we are the prize, we are queens. And once we get that mental together, then we can get the physical together. It is okay to exercise, it is okay to eat healthy, it is okay to do things naturally. And I understand some people might feel the need that they want to get plastic surgery. That is totally fine if that's what you want to do, if that's what your heart is set on. But please do your research. Please understand that surgery is not just something like going to the gym or going to get a mole removed or going to get fillers in your face or a tooth pulled. This is a major surgery. This is a very dangerous surgery. It has a lot of complications, and a lot of times it's unnecessary. So Black women, really do your research, do what you have to do. We are disproportionately the fatalities of these surgeries were disproportionately higher than any other race. And we really need to protect ourselves, do our research, get educated on this stuff, and even just come to think about like, hey, do I really need to get this? Like, what's my reasoning for this? Is this truly necessary? Is this what's going to make me happy? And sometimes you can't come back from doing it. So I just wanted to push that information out there. I am a nurse practitioner. I do have some science background, medical background. So don't come and jump in my comments talking about, what you talking about? What you think you know? Yeah, I know a little something. So I just wanted to come out and talk to my queens. Hopefully, you all listen. We just try to nip this thing in the bud because we are the ones that are suffering from this. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate this and have a great rest of the day.